Two girls, one struggle, pour it up, make it double, time to spill the tea. Tired of the dating scene, I'm just trying to find a bank. But the games they wanna play, only if it's rated R, maybe then I'll show my cards.
Hey y'all, what's up? We've been going for a minute. Now we back with the jump off. Are y'all ready for tonight's show though?
I'm gonna see our dot to
Oh, you got a little revamp.
Oh, it's not really a refill. It's slight. Nah.
Like, it was so good I started early, y'all. I'm sorry.
Well, y'all, we missed y'all. Heart.
It's been I'd be like, let me give you a half a heart. I miss y'all a little bit. Let me stop.
Heart and drink. What's up, y'all? Like sweet love. Seriously and truly, we have missed you guys so much. We cried every single day when we weren't on here. And we see you guys and talk to you guys and tell us all about story. And now I'm hot. Story right now. I'm sweating.
Nah, it's been a minute, y'all, but we back. Y'all already know we got some tea. It's still struggling in these streets, so ain't nothing changed, y'all. Don't worry. We ain't run off and get married. Not yet.
Listen, I don't know about it ever. Okay. I don't know. But today we want to talk about the love pandemic. I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's some shit in the water. I posted about this on my page today. I feel like the entire world is going through something when it comes to love, relationships, marriages, and I have no idea what's going on. I don't think it's pee in the dating pool. I think that it's something in the water.
So it's not just the pool.
It's not just the pool.
It may be the drinks too. It may be
the liquor.
It's in the food. It's
what you said earlier. Anything that's wet.
Anything wet. Isn't anything wet? Okay.
I would taste. I'd be like. I'd be like.
Yeah. Y'all already know we're gonna be back on our shit, so don't expect nothing less.
Oh man,
laughs.
All right. Here puffing up. No mind that. But anyway, yeah. So it just seems to be so much shit going on. When it comes to like love, and I feel like so many people are guarded. And they don't want to. I don't know. They don't know how to show up properly because they're afraid. I feel like it's a play or be played type of situation.
Yeah, I feel like people are just scared. I feel like everybody's playing the game. Everybody wants a hot girl, hot boy summer.
I mean,
trying to put on their hoochie daddy shorts, trying to F and F. And yo, I can't stand y'all. But yeah, I just feel like people are genuinely scared to open up and love again. And I'm like, what your mother taught you? If somebody hit you or hurt you, you do it back to them. Nah, I'm sorry. No. You're like, what?
Wait, what?
Nah. But I'm saying, I feel like that's what people are going off of. Because somebody hurt me, I'm going to hurt somebody else. So it's just like, if you want love, you got to be able to be open to it and receive it. And I feel like a lot of people are scared. I'm a tad bit scared, but I'm so open to it. It's just like, whatever. Once I sense any type of hurt, discomfort, but say lack of consistency, then I'm just gonna deuces. Check out my deuces, like Chris and them say.
You know what? I feel like I'm maybe 85% ready. If I'm gonna be realistic. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because I still feel like there's work that I have to do on myself in order to like really, really, truly show up as myself. I think I have a tendency of going, and the thing is, I don't even go after them. It just so happens that this is who they are. Once I start talking to them, like there's like maybe they're emotionally like not unstable, but emotionally guarded, or it's something going on. I don't know. It's always something going on. It's never easy. And I literally realized that I read something. I don't know if it was earlier today or whatever. I don't know. But I like, you know, like how you do like a mental rundown of the niggas that you really, really fuck with, that you have.
No, I had a hiccup burp. That shit hurt your chest when you about to burp and hiccup at the same time. That's what that was. Sorry, I'm okay.
But so I kind of did like a mental rundown of the dudes that I was like seriously like involved with. Not just a hit it, quit it, or like, oh, I'm just fucking with you, but I don't really like you like that. It's more of like, no, these are guys that I really was like in love with, or like really like into. It's always been like some type of drama as far as like them scared to love or like they don't want to open up, like, but you could tell that they like love me or have like strong feelings for me, right? But they don't know how to move. It's always like some guarded type of like energy. And I was like, I don't want to heal nobody.
Yeah.
And I realized that I have been trying to be a healer to everyone. And not even trying to do it, but just being so understanding to the point that I put my feelings and my emotions, I set them to the side to make sure that this person is good. To make sure that no matter what they're going through, I'm not a burden. I'm not adding on to that stress. I realized that, but at the same time, I'm not getting my wants and my needs met. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? And then the shit is over, right? And then now I done fed into you where you out here. I mean, you're not really glowing because you don't got me, but you. Okay. I mean, you feel me? But you look alright. But I'm sitting here.
You doing better than you was. There you go. That's all you did. You was doing a little bit better than you was. You
exactly. So now I'm sitting here and I'm tight because I'm like, bro, like I just put mad work in. And I think that's the number one thing that I'm afraid of, is wasting my time. And I don't know if that's the reason why we're in the love pandemic right now, that people maybe are afraid of wasting their time. Like you said, they're afraid of being hurt. It's a play or get played type of like energy going on. I feel like men and women are against each other
all the time. Oh my God.
And I don't get it. I do not get it.
I mean, I don't want to be one of those people. I feel like half the shit Nikki said, and that was me. I've had like 3 exes tell me like, you're too understanding, but I love that about you. But that's your downfall too.
Of course.
I'm like, of course you do. But that's my downfall. Like I had one ex that was just too fucking blunt and too real. Like
got me mad.
I respect it, but he was just like, yeah, he was like, not saying I'm using you, but it was just like, you're so understanding that if I fuck up, like I'm not too worried about fucking up because I know, I do care about you and that you'll be understanding to it. And I was like, who the fuck you?
You got some
like, I felt some type of way, but he wasn't trying to be disrespectful. He was just really being honest. Like, like I know you're gonna be there, and like because I know this is where I want to be. So it's like I can make a few mistakes now because by the time we actually take that road to like marriage and stuff, I know I'll be good because I got out of my system. I'm like, oh no, that's not me. Like I'm sorry I gave that off to you, but I'm gonna stop. Thank you for bringing it to light. Like I'm like, thanks for bringing it to light because that's something I need to stop doing. But damn, I like I lost my train of thought. You had said something that ended with
always happened to me. I don't know, but you know what? And I was saying today, I did a reading today. In my stories this morning. Well, it was from I was supposed to post it yesterday, but I was just working and tired. But the reading was like, and it was only for singles, so it wasn't for people like in situationships or marriages or anything like that, right? People that are in uncommitted type of situations. And it was the way the reading came out was like singles making the decision to like, how like you could be like confused, right? Like confused, oh my God, like what should I do? It was given the energy of like standing in your power, standing in who you are, and being so decisive about the way that you want to move forward. Okay. Right? And it was given like, oh, in the past you may have been confused about a situation or whatever, somebody that you was dealing with, or just love in general. But now it was like the path is clearing for people to actually understand and know exactly what they want, right? And know and actually work on healing themselves and being sure of the decisions that they make. Because I was talking to somebody, I don't know if it was last week or a few weeks ago, and I was like, sometimes I don't know how to trust myself, right? I don't know how to say, and I think maybe that's why I do stay in situations longer than I'm supposed to, because in the back of my brain is like, I remember one time my friend, she said, you give up too easy. Like when it comes, she was like, you give up too easy. And I was just like, what that mean? And then, so I don't know if that stuck with me, but it's always like, okay, like, should I leave now? Like, should I give them another chance? Maybe this is just a one-off. Like, you get what I'm saying? So I start doing that and I'm like, is this going to continue to happen? No, maybe something happened, right? Like, I'm always, my intuition is telling me, bitch, stop, right? But my brain is like, just try it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe this is your soulmate, but then you have to realize that your soulmate or whatever it is, or the person that you're supposed to be with, and this is just my view. I don't think that it's supposed to be so complicated. I don't think that.
You feeling the way you're feeling. Shouldn't be second guessing yourself.
Like, why does everything have to be complicated when it comes to love and dating and relationships? Why? Well, I really truly don't understand it. And I realized in my life, all my relationships that I was like really like into, like it was complicated. And I don't want I don't want complicated. And it's kind of like, I always sit here and think like, when is it my time? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when is it time for me to get that person that I know that I deserve? When is that time? So I think the time is the time. I feel like we'll get what we supposed to get.
Yeah.
When we truly like really are intentional about working on ourselves.
Yeah.
Because think about it, right? Sorry, do you have something to say? Because you know I'm
No, yeah. No, I was say I think that's where the stage.
Once I heard the I was like, okay. Yeah.
Yo.
He was like, yeah.
No, I think that's where I'm at in my life though right now. Like, you know, being very intentional, being conscious of what I'm doing. And I've seen it so much. And I was like, you know what? I have to start doing it. Like, we set boundaries for ourselves, not just for other people. When you say this is what I'm willing to tolerate and nothing more, nothing less, because just like what Nikki said, I'll be sitting there too. Like, am I giving up too easy? I felt like I went through a stage where I felt like I'm being too nice. Then I was told I was being too mean. So now I'm like, okay, let me soften up, because like Nikki said before on several shows, like, I want to be able to show my relationship the way I know I can. And I feel the same way. Like, I'm a whole new me. Like, I'm willing, like, I'm open to being submissive. I'm open to this. I'm open to like pleasing and being pleased by my partner, not just sexually, just in general. But you know what I'm saying? But it's like, you can't give that to everybody. So I had to learn to set boundaries. And with those boundaries being set, it kind of helps with you not questioning yourself as much. And that's why I was saying, like, if I'm dealing with somebody that's new, you have one chance. You get one chance with me. You mess up one time, we have a conversation. Depending on the solution or resolution from that conversation, we either move forward or you're out. Because I'm not going to allow myself to entertain someone I just met or just getting to know to prove themselves, because this is the purpose of us dating. So we get to see who each other are, how we are as a person. And if you're not showing up the way I expect you to, because this will be voiced prior to, and vice versa, then why are we staying here? It's not my job to give you a chance and hope and figure out you're going to be good, because it hasn't worked for me.
Yeah.
And so that's just where I'm at. Like,
I'm always like, I feel like I always get like fixer-uppers, right? And not meaning that they need to be fixed or whatever, but meaning like they just don't know how to show up, right? Or maybe they have went through something in their lives and they're scorned, right? And I'm always the person like that is like trying to be that emotional support that maybe they were lacking at some point in their lives. But then at the end of the day, I take a step back and I'm like, well, who's going to be my emotional support? Right? How can I be there for you and then I'm not getting that shit in return? So who's going to be there for me? I'm there for everybody else. I'm there for everybody else. Who's going to be that support for me?
And that's where those boundaries come in.
Yeah, this shit is like, it's super duper frustrating. You know how many niggas I had like climb into my arms? I said this on the show the other day. Like little fucking babies. I was like, am I your mom? Like when I say that, climb into my arms, like literally climb into my arms and they're like curled up. Like, yeah, I'm serious. Like literally, like they'll come like between my legs and between my like arms, and they would just lay there like on my chest. Like I'm like, oh my God, like, are you a man?
Tell you a man.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like they need
that's wrong.
Like coddling, right? And I don't want to coddle you.
What's that kids book? Are You My Mother? Right? It was like a bird or something. You never had this.
No.
Is that the name of the kids book, y'all? I think it's like Are You My Mother? And it's like I think like a chicken or something walking around, going to different animals trying to find it's my
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the name of it.
Okay.
I don't know the name of it.
That's what just popped in my head. But and there's probably a lot of people. I don't want to just say female. I don't want to be too biased, but there's probably a lot of people that experience what we're going through that have literally been through that.
I think that I think some men also go through situations with females as well, and I don't think it's just a one-sided thing where it's like, oh, it's only us. That's why the shit is love pandemic, because it's everybody. It's females, it's males, it's young, it's old, and I feel like I want to see more positive examples of real, true, authentic love, not the love where it looks fake and everything is perfect. I want to know what struggles y'all went through and what y'all did to get past them. Like
real struggles, yes.
Yeah, like I want to know that, because I feel like that's an inspiration for the people that may be afraid to like move forward with the situation, or they want to give up, or like they don't want to get married because they seen all this negative shit and a whole bunch of people getting divorced. I want to see a relationship, a marriage that there's trials and tribulations and y'all work together to get past them. And I'm not talking about no crazy shit, like, I don't know, not that crazy superficial shit, but like, I want to know, like, I don't know. Cause like, if you're doing some fuckboy shit, you gotta go. Like, I don't want to hear how you endured that for 15 years in order to fucking get married. No, I don't want to hear none of that.
There's a lot of those stories though.
Yeah, like no, because I'm not doing that. I
don't got 15 years of me. I'm a dead age. I ain't got 15 years.
I posted something about marriage and I was like, and I put, it was like, fuck those kids, right? But fuck those kids meaning like, I don't think that anybody should stay in a relationship, in a marriage, whatever it is, for kids, right? Just for kids. And that was the whole point of the post, is like, if you're unhappy, right? And not just, oh, I'm not happy and let me leave, because I think a lot of people took it that way. It was more of, I tried to work it out. I tried. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not some shit like, oh, all right, yeah, he did this and I just gave up. No, it's you put in the work, you tried to make it work over maybe a few years and it's not working.
Yeah.
Right? It's just not working anymore. And it's not just being happy. Maybe y'all arguing all the time or whatever it is. It's just not, you're miserable. And you try to make it work and it can't work. I'm out. Like,
that was my situation with my ex. I'm like, we just, after a while, I realized we just don't get along. Like, I don't even know how we got together, but we don't get along. And I'm not gonna, I felt like he was attempting to, I don't even think he really wanted to be with me. I just felt like he just wanted to have his family. But I'm like, we don't get along and I'm not sticking here because I'm not happy.
And
so let's end it. Like, it's okay.
I know a few guys that have said that, like, even though they weren't 100% happy, they wanted to keep the family together. And they felt like it was a failure, right? If they weren't able to be in the same household as their kid's mom. It was a failure to them. Like, no, we're supposed to be a unit. We're supposed to be a family. Like, and some people, it's like, I think it comes from a situation where the man or whoever it is, the woman, right? The man, I feel like mostly. Well, I'm talking about men. So let me say but where the men maybe have grown up in situations where they didn't have both parents, or it was struggling in that aspect of like the parent situation. So they're like, oh, I don't want to repeat that.
Yeah.
But you cannot repeat that, but still be there for your kid. And that was the whole point of the post.
And you can still have, if y'all are mature enough, you can still have a good relationship with your kids. The parents. You can, if y'all are in that space. But I know for me, and I'm just speaking from personal experience, I chose, and I don't know if this sounds wrong, but I chose my happiness over us faking to be a family. Because it was just like I'm gonna no, because I said it that way because it probably came off a certain way because it's like, okay,
nope, that shit sounds
your happiness over your child. People look at it that way, so that's why I said it that way. But I looked at it as me being unhappy, you being unhappy equals toxic, equals child seeing toxic, equals child end up probably possibly being toxic. And that was like, no.
That was my
I'd rather take the chances of us separated and attempting to build a friendship, even though that didn't happen. But, attempting to build a friendship as opposed to us staying in a situation we're not happy. Then there's a lot of cheating, there's a lot of lying, and for some people there's abuse. And I wanted no parts of that. So I literally condone, don't stay in a situation because you're unhappy. But have a conversation and make a plan of how you work it out so the children don't feel affected from
like don't let your conflict with the other person affect the kids, right? And this happened at my job the other day. There's another person on the management team, and no, right? No, right? But I was talking to my director, and he said, I think it's an ego thing. He said, because we both strong-headed, right? And he was like, y'all both are direct in what y'all say. And he said, I think that you want to be right and she want to be right. And he was like, but the what y'all should be discussing is what's the solution? Where we trying? Well, how we trying to get forward? Not it's like what's the greater good, right?
Yeah.
Not me trying to prove a point or her trying to prove a point of why this should be this or that should be that. It's like what's the problem that we're trying to solve for right now? Erase all that extra shit and then solve the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the same thing, like with the parents and kids. Like, okay, yeah, we could be going back and forth, but the main goal is how do we still support our kids? So no matter what the fuck y'all got going on, the main goal should be how can we work together so that we can make sure that this kid or these kids are not affected by whatever we have going on.
But that's why people choose to stay together and not realize y'all staying together can be even worse for that child.
Mm-hmm.
But also people have to realize sometimes, and not just children in general, we force situations with people that we know we're not meant to be with. You know what I'm saying? And I was queen guilty of that. Like if we date and we vibed the first 2 months and it was good, I'm finding a reason to make us work because I'm like, now we gotta be together. I invested my time. And I did that a lot. And
I'm so afraid of wasting
with my exes, but a lot of those situations came from that. Like, you kind of know, hence to me saying you get one chance. Because a lot of it, you kind of know, after the first 2 months.
Your intuition is going to tell
always
you.
There. So I'm like, people need to be okay with that. And I feel like that's why we have our love pandemic. A lot of people are afraid because we stay in situations longer than we should. And it's okay to be like, after a month, this is not working. You're not obligated to be with anyone if you're unhappy. You're not obligated to give anybody the benefit of the doubt. They're not giving you reason to. And I feel like a lot of people have a hard time realizing that. Listen, and I'm speaking from experience because that was me. I was kind of in a slight.
Can we take a moment of silence for the sermon? I'll be like, let the Lord say amen. Amen.
Amen.
Get out of here. No, that's it. Listen, you preaching right now. You are preaching.
So it's hard. We're speaking from our experiences and our journey, what we've been through. That shit is hard as fuck. I'm 30-ish, closer to 40, and just now slowly getting my life together. You're so stupid, but and I feel like once we realize that, I think the journey will be okay. That's why I feel, and we can get even to the whole dating stage. I feel like it is a whole debate on what dating is. Oh, you shouldn't be dating more than one person. Who said that? Maybe you shouldn't be sleeping with more than one person, but you can date more than one person. How do you get to meet people? How do you get to?
I think that is it comes down to the person's preference, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody has their opinion. Everybody always got a fucking opinion. I don't give a fuck about your opinion. I'm gonna do what I want to do at the end of the day, right? I don't give a fuck about what nobody gotta say. If it comes down to like me not caring what my mother got to say, I value her opinion more than anybody else's, right? But I'll be like, no, Like, you know what I'm saying? But
thank you.
I just forgot my whole fucking point. What
we was talking about like walking away, dating more than one person, and
all right. So I think everybody has their preference and everybody has their opinion on every fucking topic, right? So it's like some people may be uncomfortable with dating multiple people at the same time, not uncomfortable with it, but thinking like it's too much energy, right? Because you have to kind of like, you're building connections with multiple people. So it could be a little bit overwhelming. So some people may say, I don't want to date multiple people at the same time. And honestly, I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could. I feel like, all right, even if I'm talking to multiple people, there's a person that I know this is the one I want.
Same.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking to you, but I really want him to act right.
Yeah. But I mean, that's kind of the like. So let's be real. We went out tonight, met 3 guys.
But then that's a backup. The nigga,
backup. No, it's a backup. But remember, at the same time, say we met 3 guys, all 3 different personalities. So usually the one we gravitate more to is the one that's kind of appearing to show up. He's more vocal. He's doing more of this and more of that. Where the other ones are like, they kind of want to not say take it slow, but like, there's a certain method to, their madness or however they plan on courting you. So I'm going to kind of gravitate a little bit more to the person that's giving me more attention because I think people naturally just kind of like attention. You know what I'm saying? So
I think I gravitate towards the one that give me the vibes. Maybe that's
yeah, I'm saying you're getting the vibes because you're getting the attention.
Not even a conversation part, but they gotta be like, oh, you make me feel away. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's a little.
No, I know what you mean. So I guess that's why I'm describing like, the one that's more vocal, the one that appears. That's what I said, appears to be showing up. He's more vocal. He's giving you the attention you feel you want and need. See, and that's the vibe you're looking for.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's my problem because they may not be giving me the attention that I need, but that's tingling on the inside.
Okay,
that was my point, right? Like maybe I'm going for the wrong nigga.
I mean, that could be the case too. But it doesn't mean the other 2 men can't do the same thing. But if we, you know what I'm saying? Like, we went out tonight and the guys asked us the same questions, and maybe your answer was probably just a little bit more detailed than mine. So you may be like, okay, she's more responsive. She's more detailed. She can explain better. And me and him probably mesh better than you. But in that moment, you gave what he needed. So I'm not going to discard these 2 other dudes that had potential or had qualities I was looking for. So that's why I'm entertaining them as well. There's always going to be a top. Like, even if you watch the dating shows, they always have their tops and then their prospects. And they usually don't end up with their tops because that's just your first instinct. That's the lust, that attraction.
Right.
So that's why I say it's nothing wrong with dating multiple people. And there's nothing wrong with having your main person because he may not be the one for you. But at the same time, like Nikki said, it is hard. Like, once I kind of lock in on somebody, everybody else kind of get the back burner. And it's just like, I'm going to chat with you here and there. But if he asks me out and you ask me, I'm going out with him.
I'm a passionate person. I was talking to my mother the other day. I was like, I know you think I'm bipolar. But she said, yeah. She was like, no, you're special. Some stupid shit she said. And then she was like, no, you're just I know you're just a passionate person, right? I am a passionate person. I like passion. You got to make me feel passionate. Like you understand what I'm saying? Like, I need to feel that, but I need to feel that all the time. And I realized that because it's like, you learn yourself, right? As you go through situations, you begin to learn yourself and you begin to learn what you like from what you don't like. And I think that taking it back to Love Pandemic, I feel like a lot of people are taking their past relationships or their past situations or the way that they raised, right? And they're using it as a crutch, right? They're using it as like they want to bleed out. You want to bleed out, right? Put some fucking, what is it called? Oxy, whatever, on that shit and close the wound. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, close the wound. Don't use it as like, oh, like, this is why I am the way, this is the reason why I am.
Yeah. I hate that. Please.
It's kind of like use it as like, oh, and no, it may take some time to get to the point of saying, sorry. So I'm like, what's dripping on me? It may take some time to get to the point where you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where you don't feel away anymore, but it's kind of like, use your past experiences as building blocks to get to the point that you want to get at. Mm-hmm. And I always say, like, All right, so 5 years. Y'all know 5 years I dealt with a married nigga, right? And I feel like my friend recently, and we're gonna talk about this next week. Like she was kind of like, I felt like she said she wasn't, but I felt like she was judging me because I was in that situation. And the situation was not, it wasn't perfect, it wasn't good. 85% of the time I felt the way, right? But I feel like I needed to, I felt like I needed to go through that in order for me to show up the way that I am today, right? In order for me to know, oh, I don't want that. Right? Like I don't like that. That's not gonna work for me. I won't do that anymore. And I'm kind of using that experience as a building block for me to understand what I want from what I don't want, to understand the way that I show up in relationships, to understand, okay, why was you even dealing with that that long? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, what was wrong with you? And kind of like, I know you got something to say. Hold on.
Okay.
Like, you say yeah, because you be like, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I just be agreeing. Yeah, she be like she knows me.
It came like that situation helped me to tap into me. It helped me to like, all right, bitch, focus in, bitch, focus in.
Focus in.
Yeah.
Not true. I'm about to say, but going through stuff like that allows you to set, I keep saying boundaries, but even your standards. Now you kind of know, okay, this is what I want, and this is what I expect. And this is what I'm willing to tolerate. Because sometimes you, like I said, I had to have like 2 exes tell me you too understanding. And to me, that's just who I felt I naturally was. Like, I'm caring, I'm understanding, like I'm loving. So it's like, if I'm dealing with you, I'm gonna attempt to be patient with you. I want to help work with you. I want to help heal and fix you. You know, the words we've been using tonight. But after a while, everybody doesn't deserve it. There's a point where you just can't do it. There's a point where you have to put yourself first. There was a point where I lost myself trying to be too fucking understanding and too fucking caring and not being thought of. You know what I'm saying? So these journeys you go through, regardless of people judge you or not, if you're willing to grow and learn from it, it works. And I feel like a lot of people are not in that stage to grow in love. A lot of people don't think their shit stink. A lot of people don't think they're the problem. Everybody needs healing. Everybody.
It comes down to also accountability, right? Because in that situation, I had to understand the role that I played, right? I had to understand that, no, it wasn't all your fault, because I could have left, right? Like, I was being an enabler, right? And then I was telling my cousin, like, I think I was insecure in that moment, right? It was kind of like, oh, I'm not gonna never meet nobody that's like this.
Yes.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna meet nobody like him. Like, this nigga is popular. He's this, he's that, whatever. Like, I'm not gonna meet nobody else like this. Like, you get what I'm saying? So that was me and my mind and my thought, and I had to take accountability for, like, bitch, you was that. That was you.
Yeah.
You could have took away at any fucking.
Nobody had a gun to your head.
Nobody had.
Yes. Oh my gosh. The word insecure you just used.
And if he had a gun to my head, I would have been sucking dick. Like, all right, babe. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, seriously, like, because I would have been like, stop playing with me. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because at that time, I feel like I needed to be wanted. I needed to be needed. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I needed you to need me. Right? Like, but those are things that you don't, while you're in the situations, you don't think about.
Yeah.
It's after the fact, right? When you really, really, truly sit with yourself and decide that I am going to do the work, no matter what that process looks like for you. Sometimes it's a very slow process. Sometimes it's speedy, but I think that's what's needed, because then I feel like somewhere along life, you lose who you are.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel like sometimes God or whatever you believe in is going to throw a situation in your face in order for you to like get back to who you are, right? Right? And then I feel like the situations are going to repeat and repeat and repeat. Either it's going to be a test, right? Or it's going to be like, but you done failed already, so figure it out. Figure it out.
You ever been in a situation you like, yo, why back to back things that keep happening?
Yeah.
That's a sign you're doing something wrong.
It's something that wrong. It's not okay. So I'm not going to say that you're doing something wrong. I think you're not doing something that you're supposed to be doing.
Okay.
So not that you doing the wrong shit, but it's like, did you really pause? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, did you really do the work? Right? Like, did you really truly do the work? All right. Call me Niana Van Zant. The N is for Nikki. Yeah. No, but I'm saying, because you know how she always be like, do the work.
Yeah. No, it's true though.
That shit is super fucking important because, and who was I telling the other day? It could have been you. I'm not going to say I despise people that just jump into another relationship, but I turn my nose up to them. I'm not even going to lie, because it's kind of like, why are you so uncomfortable with sitting with yourself? Right? And I have been in that space too, where it's like, all right, like, and that I probably was in that space with last year, the year before, because it's like sometimes you think that, oh, you think you did the work or you healed or whatever like that. What? Did you really? Because here's another situation, bitch. Let me see how you're going to react now.
Yeah.
And then you be back.
That was worse than the last one.
You be back in the same situation. And you be like, damn, bitch, like, what the fuck? I thought I was done. You're not done. I feel like it's never over. But then, sorry, you got something to say?
No, go ahead.
I feel like the work is never over, but it's also about being intentional. Yeah. I always tell people, like, especially like at my job, if somebody is slacking in some type of way or they need some type of growth, I don't expect a person to go from 0 to 100, right? Mm-hmm. I expect you to make slow progress, not slow, steady progress.
Steady, yeah.
Right? Towards getting to whatever goal that you need to get to. And I feel like that is the healing process. You may think that you're healing until you get into another situation, and then it's a little test, and it's like, oh, you said you was this. Oh, but this is not that, but you dealing with that?
Yeah.
Bitch, did you really? Did you? All right, go start again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. No, listen, that shit, them signs will come.
Buy another journal.
Listen. And like I said before, I just feel like people are not putting in the work. I feel like people are ignoring signs. Like, we had the whole red flag thing pop up. I honestly feel too, some of this is social media. Okay. I feel like there's so many girls, like our show is 2 Girls, 1 Struggle, because we're talking about our struggle. Take our advice if you want to. We're not professionals. We're not going around saying this is how you should do things, because we're navigating through this journey just like the rest of y'all. But there's so many people. I mean, I'm just saying, but there's so many people out there giving advice on shit. And
tonight, you hear the sirens outside? That's alarm to wake the fuck up. Fix yourself and heal yourself, okay? Because we tired of being in this motherfucking love pandemic. The fuck? It's annoying. Somebody love me. I want to be fucking loved.
I be like, not COVID B, not COVID L. Shit. Huh? I said, not COVID L. Sure, this damn pandemic, COVID pandemic, L for love.
Oh, I was like, what?
She's like, I hear about that new strain.
Wow.
No, she annoying y'all. But no, I feel like social media too. Like, people are on there giving advice about everything. We got men, and that's like Nikki started off the show with, like, men and women against each other. Because, there's men over there talking this shit about females, then there's men talking this shit about men, and vice versa. And, the whole, what's his name? The dude that passed away. Kevin. That was annoying. What's his name? Yeah, Kevin Samuels. And I couldn't stand him at first. But as I started to listen, he was too much. He was wrong a lot. But he made valid points. When it comes to dating and meeting people, you can't tell a person what they want. You show up as you are, and they accept you as you are if they want you. If they don't want you, then you're not for them. It's not for you to debate with them. It's not for you to argue with them. It's not for you to judge them. And I feel like we're in that space where people are choosing people that they're probably not matched with. They're probably not healed to deal with. They're probably not on the same stage or level. They're probably just not even ready to be in a situation and get upset when it doesn't work. And it's like, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. If it didn't work, then it wasn't meant for you.
Right.
If it's meant for you, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And I feel like social media, we're running with seeing people. We see people, everybody getting married. Everybody got their nice suits on and dance. Say it again.
He's trying to get a lot of clips.
I mean, yo, she's stupid. Nah, because I feel, listen, I told you I've been growing, and even my recent situation, like I caught myself like, yo, you about to get back into your old habits. Don't do it to yourself.
Right.
And I had to check dude real quick because he was saying and coming strong with the loving. That lust was there.
Oh my God. You should listen to my reading from earlier because the card was like, I literally said, so I'm trying to remember what the cards were. I should have took a picture. It was it was like, was it the two of wands? It was the two of wands, right? And then it was the two of wands. It was the devil. It was the two of wands. It wasn't the devil. It was the two of wands. It was the knight of swords. And then it was the and it was the emperor, right? And I said it felt like you had to make a decision about a person that was coming in hot, but you was like, sir, why are you coming in hot like that? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
That's literally what I said this morning.
Wow.
Like, I swear to God, because I was like, the way it came in, it was the emperor that was sitting there like calm, cool, and collected. And then the knight of swords. And the knight of swords is like rushing in, right? But it's also giving like you a fast talker, quick talker, somebody that's just trying to like say whatever they gotta say to make you like. And it was like, I'm scared. Like, sir, why you moving so fast?
Yeah. You have answers for every question, but like, are they the right answers? Like, you got answers, but
so, that's crazy. That's crazy that you said that. I literally said that shit this morning. Literally.
No, because it's so real. But that's what you experience when you're going through things. Like and like Nikki said, like sometimes you got no difference between when you're questioning yourself and when you're actually checking yourself. And I feel like I kept having that bad habit of not knowing what's what. But like we said, when shit is not meant to be or you need to work on something, them signs are going to keep coming. It's going to keep coming. So it's like now you don't need to question yourself because it's literally telling you every corner you turn, there's a stop sign, there's a hazard, there's a yield.
But you have to trust that you know what's best for you. And I feel like sometimes we get so caught up because maybe you want the attention or whatever it is, or maybe you feel like you got some type of connection with the person, right? So it's like, you're like, oh, like, no, they're cool. So you try to like dodge situations and make excuses and stuff like that. And then you start to like doubt yourself. You know what it is.
Yeah.
Like everybody literally, y'all motherfuckers know what it is because it was a post and it was like, the reason why you break up with a person in 5 years is the same shit that they showed you in the beginning, but you chose to ignore it, right? You were just like, right? All right, like, all right, babe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you choose to ignore that shit. A year down the line, now you tight about that same shit that
like this motherfucker, yo. Vent to your friends, you staying out, you doing all kind of shit. Like,
day 3, remember on day 3 you said XYZ?
And don't mess with me because let me have one of these. I'm bringing up old shit that I told you I was okay with that I really wasn't. Okay, so I had to do better, y'all.
But you know what it is. I think with this love pandemic, I feel like people are scorned. They're hurt. They're sick and tired.
Yeah,
tired that are not fruitful. And I get it because I feel like we've all been there. Every single person has been there, right? But I feel like now is the time for like everybody to take the time out to figure themselves out. Because I feel like, imagine if every single person decided to do the work on themselves and figure themselves out and understand like, oh, right, like, why do I do this? You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I accepting this? Like, asking yourself those difficult questions and not just always blaming the other person or whoever you were dealing with, but also taking some accountability for that. I think this is that time. Like, for people to really be like, zoom in on you. Take it. What's that Michael Jackson said?
Mirror.
I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways.
See, I got my little Michael neck.
I can't do it. I can only stop.
No, she's too bad. She's like, might only go forward and back.
No, I want you to do it. Do it again. No, look, I can't do that.
It's probably because I ain't got no neck, so it just go.
It ain't working for me. But listen, start with the man in the mirror or the woman in the mirror.
Mm-hmm. And not even that. Like if you're out there trying to date and you're guarded, I kind of hate like having a wall, like the saying having a wall up. I feel like it's okay to be cautious. You should not just go into a situation just fucking blind and gullible and shit. It's okay to be slightly cautious, but make sure that you're open to a situation. I feel like everybody, not everybody, people go into situations, one to date, one in love, but have this wall up, knowing that they're not planning on letting it down anytime soon. It's nobody's job to convince you to build your wall down. You should walk into a situation being slightly cautious, but open to it if that's what you want. I'm not here to convince you why I'm your person. Only thing I can convince you is who Samara is, who Snooks is. And that's my only job. I'm not here to convince you I'm the one for you.
It don't even take convincing. I don't got to convince you. You already know. Mm-hmm. If you approach me, you already know who I am. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, no, seriously. Like, if especially if it's like on some social media shit, I am who I am. Like, I'm not. My page is not one of them pages where it's like, I'm fronting for the world. Nope. Yeah. Nope. I am who I am.
That's the one thing I can say about us. We literally authentically ourselves on our page. So whatever you see on there, like that's literally us. Like we don't have time to fake it for the gram. We're not getting no reason to fake for the gram. Like,
right? Like this morning when I did my reading, I had a scarf on and I was butt ass naked. Right. Well, you ain't see my body, but like you get what I'm saying? And there's gonna be another post. Maybe I may have makeup on, maybe I may not. If I'm in here having a concert by myself, I'm singing to the top of my lungs. And I'm doing the Tell Me by Drew Hill dance. Like you're gonna see every single like aspect. Yeah. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, if you approach me on social media, what you see is what you get. Mm-hmm. Like, you're not gonna be surprised about any of that.
So I mean, with this pandemic, I feel like stop listening to strangers, listen to yourself. Be willing to put in work to heal. I feel like we all know that, we have issues, we're damaged a little bit, that we need a little bit of help. We all know it. Don't act like you was confused. You didn't know. You know. I can assure you 10 people already told you. I'm like, they're not lying. I'm like king and queen. They ain't lying. So, put in the work and it's okay. It's okay. And it's okay to be alone. I've been single. It's been some years now. I feel like it's just about 5 years now.
I mean, but single is still
but I took 2 years and not entertaining nobody. No numbers, no sex, no nothing. Like just me. Because I was just like, I need to. Like, you should want to. Didn't even feel comfortable trying to entertain somebody, knowing that I was still feeling some type of way.
Okay, so after the 2 years, right? Mm-hmm. Because just going back to what I was saying earlier, right? So after the 2 years, did you think that you were ready to get back out into the world? Like, honestly, did you feel like, okay, like now I'm ready?
I felt like I was ready to entertain male company. I didn't know what that consists of. Like, I was ready to go on some dates again and see what's out there. I don't know if I was ready to fall in love or, have someone come to my house, but I was ready to like meet some guys. Like, let me see what's out there. Like, it's been a minute, so yeah. And as I started going through that journey, I was like, ugh. Like, imagine me having to share my bed now. Like, you want to come over? Like, no, let me go to your house or let's go out. Like, let's just go out. So, and then that's when I knew I was like, okay, I'm not really 100% ready, but I did want love.
So that goes back to what I was saying earlier. And that's why I asked, because I feel like, don't think that your healing journey is a definite, right? Or like, oh, by year 1 or year 2 or even year 5 that
you're ready.
That you're ready, right? Everybody's healing journey is different. And I feel like you'll realize that as you go through whatever it is that you go through. But I think the most important thing in this love pandemic is to actually be intentionable. Is to be intentionable.
She said it again.
I said it again.
Look, it's a new word. It's okay. It's our show. We can say what we want to say.
Why you take it to intentionable?
I'm like, we can say what we want to say on here.
The is to be intentionable. Oh my God. What the fuck?
I'm like, start with a different word. Nah, y'all, that's hilarious.
About that's crazy how I said it 3
yes.
times. Is the whole point is be intentional in this love pandemic. Be intentional about the work that you do on yourself.
Yeah.
Because like I said, the reading I did earlier, it was like you like work on yourself, right? When you can get to like the core of you, you're gonna attract all of these people, right? Like I feel like, when people like you attract what you are or whatever, and it's like, okay, I don't understand that, right? Because me, I don't understand it, right? But it could be possible, right? It could be possible that you're attracting people that are not healed because maybe you are not truly healed, even though you may think you are. Maybe you may be farther along in the process than this other person. That doesn't necessarily mean that you have truly done all the work that you needed to do in order to be like truly content on your own. Because I feel like when you get to be content on your own and you feel like you do not need a person to satisfy you or a person to make you happy or a person to communicate with, right? When you are living in your truly like happy life and you're not focused on that, I think that that's when that person is going to come through. When you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're going to meet somebody on your level, right? And then you won't have to settle and deal with the bullshit, right? Because now you at your higher self. This person is me and you at your higher self, right? And they've already done the work. Because I'm tired of fucking projects. Feel me?
Said that we not in high school no more, y'all.
But it's funny. Well, I laughed when I did the cards because earlier I posted the three of swords. And I was like, it's a time to heal, right? And as I was shuffling, I can't pick it up. Look what came out.
Oh, wow.
Like the three, like literally, it was like, because the Three of Swords could be heartbreak and all that kind of stuff, but it's also like heal your heart, right? And let me see if I can find it in this deck. But in this deck, in the other deck, it's like strings, like she's trying to put it back together. She looked like, oh, here we go. So in this deck, like she's in despair, right? But if you look closer, she's trying to put the heart back together.
Oh, okay.
If you see it, like it's trying to be sewn back together, right? So I feel like, so earlier I posted in my stories, I posted them like this, and I was like, it's a time to heal. And I honestly feel like it's a time for everybody to like really like do the fucking work. Yeah. Do the work so we can love each other. I want to love you when you love me and something like that.
And just because it's getting warm don't mean you can't do the work. You can still have fun and do the work.
Yeah, like come on now.
Just be honest, be transparent, and we ain't saying stay single. We're not saying don't date, but it's just like don't rush into anything. Don't show up. I mean, if you're gonna be out there, show up authentically yourself. So whoever you're dealing with knows exactly what they're getting.
Yep. And
be okay if you're not what they want. It's okay.
Authenticity is key. Anyway, y'all, we're about to close out.
What you got? I thought you were gonna pull a little something because you were shuffling.
You want to pull a card? When we pull a card for you?
Yeah, we can pull it. Let's pull a card for the show for the love pandemic.
Well, that was the Three of Swords. That's what I was.
Okay. Oh, that's what came out. Okay.
What came out? Yeah.
So I guess she did. She covered it then. Healing.
So I can do another one.
Let's do one more.
Hold on.
Healing and what?
Oh no, we gonna
some Gucci daddy shorts. Nah. Fellas, we don't really like those. We don't really like those. Well, I don't really like those. I don't know what Nikki like. But I don't know Gucci daddy shorts. Unless you got some thick thighs and a big boob. Nah.
So Justice fell out.
Okay.
Exactly the same.
Okay, Justice.
Look at it. Justice, like justice. You're gonna get justice. That's basically, it's like a judge sitting there, like if you look, like you see how he's weighing the scales. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like that. Listen, don't give me the preaching. Don't give me the preaching. Okay, because I will fucking talk all fucking night. All right. Three of Swords, healing, and justice, right? That means that when you do the work, you're gonna get all that shit that you've been through. You're gonna get the justice from that. Does that make sense? Like all that shit you've been through is for
you reap the benefits of the healing.
And at the end of the day, you're gonna get whatever. Listen, no, that's what I said. Don't have me preaching. You should start talking all fucking day. Especially if I got a drink, it's a wrap. But all that shit that you've been through, it's for a reason. It's in order for you to show up how you're supposed to show up. It's not in vain. You know how we be like, damn, we going through all of this.
Yeah.
We're going through all these trials and tribulations, but it's for a reason. It's for a reason. And everything that you ever motherfucking wanted, you're gonna get that.
Look, that rainbow with the pot of gold is at the end. You just gotta make it there, okay? So,
Lord have mercy. All right.
I hope y'all enjoyed tonight's show, whatever. And I feel like if y'all can relate, if y'all got any advice, y'all got any stories to be like, yo, sis, I already know what you're talking about. Drop it in the comments down below. And if we talking that real shit, go share it with your peoples.
Lord have mercy.
Let's share.
Like, comment, subscribe. Go follow us on Instagram at the R is for relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Tune in. Click the link in our bio.
Yes.
Instagram. Go to our website.
Yes. Support your girls. Make sure y'all following us personally as well if you're not already. And yeah, just share. Like.
Share.
And subscribe.
All right, y'all. Love pandemic. Peace. Love.
So.
Two girls, one struggle, pour it up, make it double. Time to spill the tea. Tired of the dating scene. I'm just trying to find a bank with the games they wanna play. Only if it's rated R, maybe then I'll show my cards.